welcome to the Great Mentor Show. I'm Deanna Hamilton, your host. Have you ever wondered how some people excel in their lives and achieve great wealth and are able to pass it down from one generation to the next? Have you ever wondered that? I've always wondered that. I didn't come from a family of privilege, but I've always looked and admired the principles in which they have grown to teach their children. Well, on today's episode of The Great Mentor, you're going to meet some phenomenal men who are doing just that, creating a legacy and teaching others how to do the same when we return to The Great Mentor. Hello, and thanks for viewing The Great Mentor Show. I'm Deanna Hamilton, your host. Have you ever had a great mentor that guided you into your purpose? In my book, The Great Mentor, the story of Ruth and Naomi, I depict what a great mentor-mentee relationship should look like. Come and take the journey with Ruth from a foreign land with her mentor, Naomi, who's also her mother-in-law, and see what the characteristics of a great mentor should look like in your personal, professional, and spiritual lives. I encourage you to get your personally autographed copy today at DeannaHamilton.com. It can also be found on Amazon.com.
Deanna Hamilton has managed to capture relationship tools for those who've been given the incredible responsibility of mentoring. She'll highlight in her guide the importance of having someone who you can trust to lead you into the next dimension of your life. This guide extols practical and spiritual guidelines that will enhance any mentor-mentee relationship and is the perfect tool for business professionals with leadership responsibilities.
Welcome back to The Great Mentor Show. I'm Deanna Hamilton, your host. For many years, these financial professionals have been serving our communities, our churches, and our families here in this country. And today, they manage millions of dollars in assets. Their passion to help the regular, everyday person just sitting at their kitchen table is really what drew me to them. But not only do they help people like you and me, but they help the professional athletes as well. Help me welcome to the show great mentors Aaron Winston, Anthony Anderson, and Jamal Brown. Welcome to the show. I am so excited to have you guys here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I would like to, and I'm sure that a lot of people would like to know. Finances really isn't my thing, but I'm so appreciative that you young men have made it your thing. So, Aaron, could you tell me how the idea, this concept, actually was conceived, and why are you so passionate about helping the audiences that you do help?
All right, thank you. Team Timeless was conceived pretty much based on being trustworthy and being honest. In our profession as financial advisors really focus on being a sole distribution model. What that means is that we spend all our time focused on just our individual practices. What it does, it makes us focus more on concentrating on one subject, life insurance, auto insurance, whatever that is. When you build a team, then you can focus on one thing while your partner focuses on another, which makes you a better advisor, which also makes your client a better client. So Team Timeless was built on that concept where everybody can be great at what they're good at, and you come together to help your family.
Oh, awesome. Anthony, how did you become a member of the team?
Well, Aaron and I go back a lot of years. We met each other back in 1997, and we just kind of been in and out of one another's lives since then. And there was a purpose. There was a purpose for it. And Aaron had his own practice. I had my own practice, and we was just facing some of the same challenges. And as a result, we just decided to come together.
A collaboration.
There you go.
Yes,
Can y'all give them a hand for a collaboration? I really don't think that we do that in business enough, is collaborate. I think that when you are a business owner or you're an entrepreneur, a lot of people see themselves in competition with the other. Would you like to speak to that?
I think there's strength in numbers. And, it's kind of like a marriage or any kind of relationship. You're going to have one that's good at one
area and one that's good on another area, and if you bring those together, in my opinion, it's kind of like the 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. Everybody gets to eat and take something home with them. I'm a pastor.
Just to let you know, this is Pastor Brown. I don't know if that the fish and 5 loaves gave that away. But tell me this. I find it fascinating, the dynamics of clients that you guys have. So you go from a typical American family all the way to the professional athlete. How do you find these clients?
Strictly retention. And what we call retention is doing the right thing by your client. So if you take care of one client, they'll tell somebody else. And as a financial advisor, we don't want to say no. So if someone says, can you help me with your auto insurance? The answer is yes. Can you help me buy a house? The answer is yes. Can you help me buy a car? The answer is yes. So that becomes a person who makes $30,000 a year or the professional athlete who makes $5 million a year. Everybody needs special attention, and we don't want to say no to anybody.
So always say yes.
That's it.
Men, always say yes. So what does Team Timeless do, and how do you do it?
Well, Team Timeless does a host of things. I guess a better question is, what don't we do? I think that's.
I know you don't say no.
Well, you're exactly right. But probably the two things that we don't do is we don't offer legal services. We're not attorneys. And as far as a CPA, we have one on our team. But we don't physically do tax prep. Of course, we all do some for our family members, but that's about the extent of it. But that's, to answer your question, it's probably those two things. We don't offer legal services and we're not CPAs. But other than that, anything that you do in your day-to-day life, whether you have a need for life insurance, homeowners insurance, business insurance, disability insurance, we can execute that. Most people you go to, they will be able to say they can execute or they provide that service, but they're going to send you somewhere else. We can execute all those things.
The one thing that I hear from these gentlemen, without them even saying, is integrity.
Yes.
And you really need to have integrity when you're dealing with people in general, but especially when you're dealing with people's financial futures. So can you speak, Mr. Brown,
Yes.
to the importance of having or gaining the trust of a potential client?
As has already been shared, we believe in integrity and meeting the client where they are. Our practice is not about a fishbowl, if you will, where we got one entity we can do. We believe in offering, instead of the corner store, offering Walmart. But in offering Walmart, we are able to service you in every area with integrity and with intentional intent to help the client, because it's always about the client's needs, not necessarily us. It's about the client and what the client needs.
Now, I know that all of your potential clients, we make some mistakes in our finances, and that is something that's not uncommon, especially in this economy. There are a lot of mistakes that are happening, but this team of professionals right here are getting people financially fit now. And you will hear all about that when you return to the show. Right now, we were in the middle of a conversation about getting financially fit. I recognize that we've been in, some of us have been in a recession for the last few years, and we are slowly trying to get out of that. Welcome back to Deanna Hamilton Presents The Great Mentor. And right now, we were in the middle of a conversation about getting financially fit. I recognize that we've been in, some of us have been in a recession for the last few years, and we are slowly trying to get out of that. But you guys have developed a system called Get Financially Fit Now to help us all get financially fit. So I want to, if y'all can draw in on that. So if you could tell us why now, and what is Get Financially Fit Now, and why is it so important that we do so now?
Get Financially Fit is an initiative from Team Timeless. Get Financially Fit is designed to help the client. There's a perfect storm coming. That perfect storm right now, Social Security, is actually being diminished. Pension plans are going away. We're living longer lives. Baby boomers are actually slowly dying out, and post-boomers are emerging. That's the sandwich generation. So that perfect storm is coming. So Get Financially Fit is to educate our community on that perfect storm and get them ready for what we call the new normal. That new normal is no 401ks, no matching 401ks, no pensions. Social Security may not be around. So we're preparing our clients, our folks, for that new normal. We put everybody through a core process. That core process is getting commitment to educate them first. If you can't change how you do things now, you're not going to change the future. So after that core process, that C for commitment, O's for opportunity, R's for respect, because we're going to respect, as my partner, Pastor Brown, has mentioned, we're going to respect where you are right now, and we're going to encourage you to do better. So Get Financially Fit is not designed for us as financial advisors. It's designed for our clients to get properly educated so everybody can be on the same page.
Now, you said something that was that's hitting me closer and closer every day. You're talking about people with aging parents, aging grandparents, and the reality of someone in this audience taking care of one of those people in those categories is extremely high because people are living a lot longer. Not necessarily as healthy, but they are living a lot longer. So who are you looking to? Who is this perfect person that needs to hear this information?
We have 2 ears, we have 1 mouth. The perfect person is everybody. It's the young person who know they can change, they can do different what mom and dad did. It's for the older generation who says we didn't do quite the right things, but we can educate everybody else so we don't have the same trials and tribulations. So we're not targeting one person. We're actually focused on everybody. Again, there's a perfect storm coming. So we want to make sure that everybody's properly prepared. So when we do come out and provide education, you don't look at us sideways. You say, you know what, I'm seeing eye to eye with you for C for commitment, and we're ready to move forward.
Did you want to add something?
Well, part of the passion with this is, as a pastor, I get to see folks at the ground level. When life really happens, it happens. And they want, it's an emergency. What did it for me in regard to why this is so important, needs to be in every church, every home, every school, is because there was a mother who was of age. She had already retired. She had already taken care of her children. She had a son. The son did not do what he should have done, and so he passed away. He was around my age, 40, mid-40s. He passed away and left a wife with 4 children, no insurance. Well, I don't believe you should make your loved ones cry twice. They're already going to cry because you passed away. Now they're going to cry because not only did you pass away, but you've left them in a severe financial strait. I think we could do better. And so this is a passion because we have to be educated on how to make our dollars work for us, our families. That's why we get up to go to work. That's why we work the long hours. That's why some of us have 2 and 3 jobs, because we're trying to care for our families. And we need to make our dollars work for us versus working for everybody else but us.
I think that's phenomenal, and it's a huge initiative. Could you tell us how you think this is impacting the community that you serve?
Well, you asked earlier, who are we trying to reach? And we're trying to meet the masses. We want the masses. We have several members of our team who are in their 20s, and they are a big part of what we do because we're a little bit older, not as old, but we're a little bit older, and we need them to help us spread the word to the youth because we're going to be dependent upon them. We're going to be on the roads with these folk. There's a lot of things that they do that's going to impact our lives. So we want to spend the time with them as well, making sure that we educate them and that they're educated properly financially so they can support us. That's our kids, so to speak.
I think preparation is definitely something that we need. We all need preparation. The story that you just told, how many of you can relate to that? A lot of people in the community have had illnesses with children.
that they may not have been looking for or prepared for, and unexpected deaths. And we do need to be prepared for that, and we need to help our families prepare. So when we come back, we are going to talk about the impact that getting financially fit has on you, but on the nation as a whole when we return.
Deanna is very passionate about helping others find their passion. As a certified business coach, it is her desire to inspire you to build your best life and your best business. Deanna's track record of helping others achieve success is evident. However, she knows there are many more she is called to help. If you would like to speak with Deanna regarding private one-on-one business coaching, please schedule your free private coaching consultation by visiting her at www.deannahamilton.com.
And welcome back. And we were just discussing the importance of being financially fit and getting financially fit now. One of the biggest things that we can do as a community to acquire any type of wealth, or at least to keep us from getting into a situation that we can't get out of, could possibly be, now I'm no financial advisor, but it could possibly be insurance. Would you agree?
Yes.
Well, who would like to tell us about what types of insurances we should have?
Well, that all depends on various factors: age, where you are in your life, family makeup, to determine what type of insurance you should get. All of it's good. It all has its purpose, but it depends on the individual. Again, it's not a one-size-fit-all makeup. It's each individual, their family makeup, their age, how much do they have to invest. All of that kind of stuff comes into play in regard to determining what type of insurance they should get.
Well, one of the reasons why people may not get insurance is because they may not feel like they could afford it, or it's a luxury item. Would you like to speak to that, Aaron?
Yes, we have a system through Get Financially Fit called the Circle of Wealth. What the Circle of Wealth does is for those who say we can't afford, we have a great educational conversation, and we put everything into a pie chart. We talk about your accumulative money, which is money that's designed to protect you. We talk about your lifestyle money. That's money you use to pay for things, clothes.